What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome to week 2 of the UNPL Pokemon Draft League. This week we are up against EmeraldMiner, an old friend and regular of the UNPL League, and he is the coach of the Demolition Force. We are in for an amazing match as always, and I always look forward to my matches against him. Make sure to check him out down in the description below. Awesome guy, awesome channel. Really good stuff. Before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, we're going to do a quick team builder before we jump into everything, but if you'd like to skip ahead, there will be timestamps down below. So Emerald and I have faced a few times, and up till now my record against him is pretty good actually, and I'm really hoping to keep it that way. Normally our games are very close though, so he is far from being a slouch and definitely wants this win just as much as I do in order to start the season off on the right foot. But he's built a really difficult team that is going to make it very hard on me to do well in this match. With Latios and Samurott Hisui leading the charge, it's a really nasty offensive combo. The Latios, of course, is pretty darn bulky, and you'll see that the rest of his team is mostly pretty bulky as well. So he's drafted pretty fat, and honestly, it works. The Samurott, of course, helps with getting up all kinds of hazards, as well as giving him a nice offensive water type, which is cool. Clefable, which is always an insanely difficult thing to take down due to the unaware ability or possibly even magic guard. Metagross is a great offensive option, an amazing user of weakness policy just given its bulk. And then you also have Clodsire making a second unaware mon on this side, so this is the very much anti-setup team, which makes my life kind of tough, seeing how my team is made up of a lot of setup mons. Shaman then comes out here as a kind of bulky or offensive grass type. Very cool. I had it, of course, last season in Spring Fling, and it's a really great mon there. Jolteon is a nice fast electric for him, which is never going to be a bad thing. Flamigo, nice fighting type, nice ground immunity. There are quite a few ground weak members on the team, and so this helps Latios to not feel like it's the only thing that can do that, which is pretty cool. And then 3 Terra Captains in Dusknoir, Houndoom, and Komala. Dusknoir is already super bulky, but that mono ghost typing sometimes isn't enough. So being able to go into a water or fairy type as well is really good, or just make your poltergeists hit that much harder. That thing's an absolute threat. It's really good. Just super slow. That's the only issue there. Houndoom, pretty cool pick. I don't think it comes into the match against me, but pretty cool. Fire, Grass, and Fairy as its Terra types, and Komala, which is very likely to actually come in this match, to be honest, with Ghost, Fairy, and Ground. Really cool team. I think that he's built a team that I think he's very comfortable with and really is excited to build some really crazy stuff around. And so let's see what we have brought this week in order to combat that. So for this week, I want to give a huge shout out to It's Danny Mac. He basically built this entire team. I made like one change, and besides that, it's all him this week. Couldn't really decide on what I wanted to do, and then I built something and it didn't really do all that well in mocks. So then I changed it to kind of what Danny was thinking, and it tended to do a lot better. So huge thanks to him on that. And so we're going with pretty well hyper offense this week, and I think it will hopefully catch Emerald off guard, and we may just end up being able to snag our second victory of the season. We start off with our one support mon, and that is Gardevoir, rocking the screens this week: Light Screen, Reflect, Moonblast, and Healing Wish with the Light Clay item. This means that our screens are going to stick around for 8 turns rather than just 5. We have an attacking move, so we're not just taunt fodder. And then Healing Wish, of course, to heal something up if we can get that off, which is great because then we get to set up a screen, then get out of there basically for free, so that way something doesn't just set up on us and we can use the Healing Wish. Healing Wish also got buffed this generation, in case you missed that. It also will now store if you do go into something that is at full HP. It will then just wait until you go into something that is not at full HP, which is a really nice tool to have. Salamence is our next option here, and we're going full offense. We went max defense last week. We're going Dragon Dance offense this week with weakness policy. Behind a screen, we can live most things just because of our natural bulk, and if we start a Moxie sweep, this thing will run through. Obviously, my opponent has a couple of unaware mons, but I do have moves that are going to hit both of those really, really hard. I don't think that Clodsire can afford to go unaware this week just because Urshifu Rapid Strike is a thing, and Emerald had Urshifu Rapid Strike in the last season of UNPL, so he recognizes just how much of a threat it is. So Earthquake is going to be free, and I don't think that that's going to be an issue. It's really just going to be that Iron Head for the Clefable, and that's still going to pop it even if we're looking at it at neutral. Dual Wing Beat is there just for stab and just to get off a bunch of damage. No Dragon move this week, but honestly, I don't think we need one. In our third slot, we have, of course, Urshifu Rapid Strike, like what we just said, and we're going with a very standard set with Choice Band, U-Turn, Close Combat, Surging Strikes, and Ice Spinner. Ice Spinner is kind of the weird move, and this was my suggestion to have on here because otherwise Clodsire completely walls us. Because it is likely to have Water Absorb this week, I need to have something that can hit it for super effective damage, and Ice Spinner does that just fine. It also allows us to hit things like Latios if it's trying to switch in, and it catches quite a bit on his team actually, so that ice coverage is really, really good on there as well. In our fourth slot, we've got Galarian Wheezing, and a bit of a weird set this week, but we're trying to get those toxic spikes because my opponent has quite a bit that do not appreciate being toxic, which is really good for us. We really like that, and I don't think that Clodsire is going to feel all that great about always coming in on this. There's not a whole lot that it really can do to Wheezing if we have Levitate, so I'm not too worried about it. Then we have Sludge Bomb and Strange Steam for dual stab, and then we have Defog to get rid of any opposing toxic spikes coming in from the Clodsire. In our fifth slot, we have Heatran, and this was the one mon that we did not bring last week. We swapped this out instead of Ambipom, but otherwise it's 5 of the same mons that we had last week, which is a little weird, but you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're running Flame Charge with Solar Beam, Magma Storm, and Flash Cannon. This is a wild set, and I love it. The Power Herb, of course, allows us to fire off the Solar Beam in one turn, and this allows us to annihilate any version of Samurott Hisui, which is great. Even if he's Assault Vest, I don't believe he takes it, unless he's like absolute max defense with Assault Vest. You're not taking it, it's just too strong, which is great. The Flame Body ability is awesome as well because that gives us a chance to possibly burn any of his physical threats, and that could be very useful as well. And finally, in the last slot, we have a very standard looking Dawn Fan, just Stealth Rock knockoff Earthquake Rapid Spin. It's the same moves that we brought last week, different EVs, and we have a Pasho Berry this week specifically for the Samurott, but for the most part, it's pretty similar to what we brought last week, so nothing too crazy there. So that is our team for week 2. I hope you all are looking forward to an amazing match with Emerald as always. I know that I am, so let's get joined up and jump right into the battle. All right, here we go, and okay, I mean, I don't know if this is exactly the team I was expecting. Let me see what we didn't bring. No Clefable, which is interesting. I'm assuming we've got a defensive Shaman then. Okay, no Jolteon, no Dusk Noir, no Houndoom, so Terra Kamala. Okay, all right, probably Terra Ghost or Fairy, I would imagine. Interesting that there's no Clefable or Metagross. I thought Metagross wasn't too bad into my team, but all right. Clodsire, of course, was expected. That's most likely going to be Water Absorb, I would imagine. That's the theory anyway. I'm gonna lead with this into the possible Samurott lead. Is that right? Is that what I want to do? It's either Samurott or Flamigo, right? Is there any world where you lead Latios? I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, I've got the dock over here for Ghost, Fairy, and Ground on Kamala. So hopefully we don't run into any issues with that. We'll see. We will see. And of course, the one thing I don't want to see is a lead. That's a little unfortunate to have that. Yeah, the one thing I didn't want to see. That's tough. I mean, we could go Gardevoir, right? I mean, it's pretty bulky. We're max HP, max speed this week, I believe. I think that's my only real reliable switch, because I don't know exactly what this wants to do. I think we got to go this. That's a bad lead for me. Really good lead for Emerald. So we're gonna go hard guard. Take your levitate again. We took levitate last week. We're taking it again this week. Just straight psychic. Okay. Okay. Life orb. Okay, good to know. So psychic. Took me down to 262. Did 23%. So you're life orb. So you're probably timid. Yeah, timid does 22 to 26. So that makes sense. You probably just go into either Clodsire or Samurott. So I'm just gonna go reflect. I don't believe there's any world that you stay in here. Beanstalk. This. Okay. So you're physical or Spadef? I don't know. Interesting. I don't think you're offensive shaman. I don't believe you are. Let's scout and see what you're wanting to do. We are slower than this if he's offensive. Well, he's more offensive. Okay. All right. Yeah, so he's got a lot of speed, which is interesting. We do have a light screen up now, which is good. We're cutting back a lot of the damage here. I feel like Tran is probably okay, right? Tran's probably fine, because I don't think you go hard Earth Power. You may have it, but I don't think you go hard for it, right? This could be Scarfed, I guess, but we don't have necessarily an indication that that's what he is at the moment. Psychic, he's not choiced. 301 to 323, not doing that much. Does get this Spadef drop, but that's a little tough. Heatran -1 with a light screen. Earth Power still KOs. So if he has Earth Power, I just go down. I feel like I need to scout for it. Yeah, because even if he's timid, max Spadef or max special attack. Earth Power does 108 to 127 with screen at -1. So I gotta go this to scout for the Earth Power. Maybe he doesn't have it. Does he not have it? Honestly, this is fine. Well, is it fine? Because we're not Intimidate this week, we're Moxie. Ceaseless does half, Knock does half. What do we do here? +1 does not KO. Yeah, +1 does not KO here. So I don't think we can do that. We would have to be at +2 to guaranteed KO this. So I I don't think we can worry about this yet. This is tough. He's positioning himself well, and that makes this difficult. Emerald is a really good player, and is definitely not going to make this easy. But not having Earth Power is kind of wild if he doesn't have it. Because I'm trying to think what all he would have. So he has Giga Drain, he has Psychic, he might have Dazzling Gleam, maybe? I'm not sure. Ceaseless, it misses. It's unfortunate. Yep, that is a bit unfortunate there. But it's good for us. I think we just T-Spike here. Flips out, it's fine. Do you go hard Clodsire? Because if so, then these T-Spikes are staying up for a little bit, at least. Probably just go back to Latios, right? But this will force in Clodsire. No, that's probably Clodsire. Yes, it is. So that's actually fine. That's fine. So yeah, now these sit. You have to swap back out and swap back in. So that's actually good. It's tough because obviously the Shaman will heal it off if it comes in. Latios is immune, and Flamigo is immune too, and so is Kamala. Yeah, basically it's only for Samurott. That is the only mon that's affected. So maybe this wasn't the tech. That's a little tough. I think we can go Donphan pretty freely. I don't think that this is unaware this week. I think it's got to be Water Absorb. I really thought that he would bring the what's it called? The Clefable. That's really what I expected was Clefable. All right, so we get this in pretty much for free. I don't believe you have a ghost. You do not, at least not yet. So spin is pretty free. I don't want to deal with this. Spin's pretty free. Stays in. Okay. So what do you... Helmet. Okay, yeah. So maybe you are unaware. That is 0. Oh, we still have Reflect. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. We could get Rocks up. Or does he go hard Lottie? Does he go hard Lottie? I'm gonna call the Lottie switch in. Or it gets rid of the helmet. Okay, I mean, helmet's gone, so that's okay, I think. Okay, counter, expecting Earth. Did so much. Oh my god. Okay, well that checks out. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, what do we do now? I would imagine this is in Ice Spinner range now, and we don't have to worry about the helmet anymore. I still think I don't know. He's probably fully Phys-Def, I would imagine. Even then, I think I remember Ice Spinner doing a lot to this, even if he's fully Phys-Def. So I think I can go into this. This is not the start that I was hoping to have. It's certainly not the start I was hoping to have. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're gonna click Ice Spinner here. If he wants to go Shaman to try to take it, then this is gonna do a lot. If he wants to go Latios to take it, this is gonna do a lot. If he wants to go Flamigo to take it, it's gonna do a lot. Ice Spinner just kind of covers everything. This was one of my few contributions to the team this week, was adding Ice Spinner, because it just hits a lot, and he brought a lot of stuff that does not want to take it. So at least we have that tech, and that will help a little bit. So yeah, you go Shaman, you're not happy. You go Latios, you're not happy. You go Flamigo, you're not happy. I doubt you go Flamigo, but stay in. You reveal the spinner, and what the heck? How did it live that? Oh my god. My goodness, dude. That is wild. This is wild. Okay, so we're going Heatran then. That's insane. That's insane. Urshifu was our ace. Urshifu was our ace. We go Flame Charge here. That's all we can do. We're already down 2 mons. That's really bad. But we get a Flame Charge off, which is pretty good, I guess. You switch out. He saves it at like no HP. Interesting. What are you doing into? Into this. That's fine. We have Solar Beam specifically for this. So I think that's fine. So yeah, that's fine. If you were Sash, then that's broken. Your base 85 speed. I'm slower. I really hope you're not scarfed. I really hope you're not scarfed. You're not scarfed. Okay, very good. We do have the Solar Beam tech this week, which is good. So this thing should be gone. I'm glad we have that tech. Get that out of here. Cool. So Samurot's gone too. So we're back to 4-4. We very quickly evened it back up. We didn't bring E-Tran last week. It took that personally, seemingly. So I think it really is mad that it didn't get to come last week and wants to have its chance in the limelight here. So yeah, here we go. Garbage Greg. Kamala. Okay. I mean, I'm sure you have EQ. I'm sure you have EQ. Is it worth staying in? I'm sure you have a ground move. I feel like Wheezing's fine, and I feel like we can save this. Because we have Levitate here. We're pretty Fizz-Def. I don't want to take a ground move if I don't have to, and I feel like Heatran still has a lot of use, so I don't want to run into a potential issue. Iron Head with the prediction. Okay. Alright. I'm getting outplayed pretty hard. I'm getting outplayed pretty hard. That's what's happening. Okay. So, I mean, even... Man, I'm not doing that much damage, right, to this. That's Heatran. That's not Wheezing. I do like 14% to this. I probably go Steam, right? I mean, this was... I mean, because you can't be poisoned because of the what's it called? The Comatose. They're a ghost. Okay. So it's a good thing we went for this instead of the poison move, which is good. We couldn't have Will-O-Wisped anyway. Okay, that did so much. My goodness, that did so much. Removes the Toxic Spikes, not that that's a big deal at this point. So you're a little offensive. You're an offensive little panda. That's what you are. Yeah, you're an offensive little panda. That is what you are. This might be a problem. this might be a problem. Yeah, I think this might be an issue. Iron Head, yeah, we don't live that. Yeah, this could be a bit of an issue. Kamala at +1 probably outspeeds my whole team. If you're like max speed. Yeah, you outspeed my whole team if you are +1 speed. This is tough. This is tough because yeah, Heatran can't burn you no matter what. I imagine you have a ground move. You probably click Body Slam here, in which case I don't know if I take that. Elements. I don't take it well. I don't take it well, but I do take 2 actually. If he's not adamant. I think I have to Dragon Dance. I'm faster, so he's not fully speed invested. Does he have Play Rough, though? I did not calc that. No. That's good. That's good. Do I do that again? What is left? Nothing with priority. Do I do that again? Because if that's the only move he has to hit me, then I think I go for it again, right? Although I don't have a dragon move for Latios. I don't have a dragon move for Latios, which is hard. Do we just take the KO? This probably KOs here, I would imagine. I'll go for it. Yeah, that KOs. Second one crit, that didn't matter. Okay. This isn't going that well. This is tough. That Clodsire set was really, really good. It absolutely ate that Ice Spinner from Banded, mind you, which is insane. We're now +2 attack. He goes Latios. You're scarfed, aren't you? Are you scarfed? Did you switch moves earlier? Did you switch moves earlier? Because you clicked Psychic and then you switched. If you have Draco, I die. I think you're scarfed. I think you have to be. To bring this in like this, that screams scarf to me. Yeah, I have to switch. I have to switch. I can't. I think you have to be scarfed for you to go into it like that. I almost Dragon Danced again. I almost did. Alluring Voice. That would have popped my weakness policy, and I would have lived that. I think I just Magma Storm here, though. Okay, you're mixed. Oh, you really prepped hard for Heatran, didn't you? Shoo, man. And you're not scarfed. So that... We would have just swept right there if... Man, we would have just swept right there, wouldn't we? Dang, that's really tough. Do we live a hit with Gardevoir? I feel like we don't, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. He can't Earthquake us to hit us on the physical side, at least. So, I mean, that's a thing. So I think we have to Light Screen and try to Healing Wish. Right? That's probably the play. Oh man, I think we got to try to get the Light Screen off here, but yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't Earthquake it on the physical side. So he crits me. Oh boy. We get the Light Screen off. Okay. All right. All right. And he's wearing himself down pretty quick. Okay, and then I think we try to Healing Wish. Right? Or do we Moonblast? I think we Healing Wish, just in case. Yeah. It's all down to Salamence now. I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough left in the tank, unfortunately. I don't think we have enough in the tank. The biggest issue is that the Alluring Voice, well, he's faster than me, right? So he's faster than me at this point. So Alluring Voice would only activate if he's slower than me, right? It would only confuse me if he's slower than me. Am I thinking about that right? Let me think about this. Because WINGBEAT takes out the rest of his team. but I need the speed. I think I need the speed. Oh, is this throwing? It all comes down to whether or not this Latios is faster or slower than my Salamence. I'm gonna go for it. Nope, he's faster. He's faster. Right, so Alluring Voice, I believe, only activates if it's after, right? 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 Alluring Voice only activates if I do it. Yes, okay. That's right. So now I dual Wing Beat. Yes. There's no...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I just made the play of a lifetime and lost because I missed a dual Wing Beat. Are you actually kidding me? Because he had nothing in the back that got priority. That's actually incredibly dumb. That's a loss that Man, we didn't get the roll on Clodsire. We miss a dual Wing Beat when I had everything set up exactly the way it needed to be. Yeah, we won out there, I'm pretty sure. Man. Because Flamigo's slower. The Flamigo's slower. It went down to dual Wing Beat. The Shaman is slower because we know it's not scarfed. It goes down to dual Wing Beat. And Clodsire was at 0. So we guaranteed won that. I am upset. I'm a little upset about that one because that was entirely a Hacks loss on that. So yeah, that's not great. Not a good showing for week 2, unfortunately. We had that match in the bag there at the end with that call and just got absolutely screwed by Hacks. But again, like I've said in Spring Fling and all this stuff, if I get the neutral Hacks, I do fine. If I get Haxed, then you can forget it, and that's exactly what happened. So very unfortunate way to lose there, but hopefully we'll be able to bounce back next week. I'm not sure who I play next week, but we will jump back into things then. So either way, oh man, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there, stay healthy. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.